Yeah, it was a good win. Thought it was probably certainly the most complete game I think we played up to this point. Um, I was concerned a little bit going in at halftime. Just we squandered a couple of scoring opportunities in the first half. We got stopped at the 1-yard line. I had to kick a field goal, then missed a short field goal, in the second half. And again, those are mistakes that we got to get corrected and we got to improve on. But I thought overall, I thought it was a good effort against a good football team. And I thought defensively, we thought we played really well. Thought we tackled and played hard, played physical, ran to the ball. I was really pleased with our effort defensively, and I thought the offense executed well. We thought coming into the game, we had some favorable matchups with some of our skill guys, and we had to execute. And I thought, Shane obviously made some really great deep throws, and Reggie made some plays, and James made some plays, and all the guys did. So it was a good effort, and pleased to get the win. And like I said, thought Shane played well. And so short week for us. We go, I go take a shower, go to dinner with a recruit, and then start working. So that's the way it goes with a Thursday night game coming up.
You said after the Tulsa game that you thought maybe your team had gotten away from a couple of fundamentals, and then tonight you more than double up a ranked team and you outgain them by almost 400 yards. What was the biggest change, or what did you and your staff work on the most between Tulsa and tonight?
Well, I thought two things happened really. I thought we did do a good job just addressing fundamentals. I mean, just basic things that I think we improved on tonight. Kickoff coverage, which still wasn't always great tonight, but we improved it. We didn't give up a big play to a good returner. Just getting off blocks, inserting the proper way and the proper angle on some of our fits, and then just basic fundamental plays. Throwing vertical routes is something that we always need extra work at. We got it those 3 days, and I thought it paid off today, and gave us a little chance to put a couple of new wrinkles in when you had an open date, and that helped. And the second part, I think it was probably honestly the most important, was we had a chance to get a little rest. I thought our players had a great week of practice, probably the best week we've had at any point since I've been at SMU. Had a great Sunday practice, or an even better Tuesday practice, and felt like we were ready to play. And so I think we were fresh and fast, and I think that was paid off for us.
What did the last 2 weeks look like for Reggie? I mean, he obviously got hurt at the end of the last game. Did he? You said he practiced, I guess, earlier this week.
Yeah, he practiced. He was limited on Tuesday, and then had a full practice on Wednesday, and then a partial practice Wednesday and a full practice on Thursday. So he got a little bit extra rest, and I think this time of year, just allowing your body to recover and getting some extra sleep and some extra rest is, rest on your legs helps you play a little bit faster and fresher. And obviously, I thought that showed up today.
Coach, as gratifying win as that comeback victory against Tulsa was, how much more enjoyable is it for you to see your team come out from the tunnel and set the tone early, get a lead, kind of take momentum right away?
Yeah, I think the good thing is we've won different ways. I think when you look at it with your football program, there are, sometimes if you blow everybody out, then all of a sudden you get in a close game and you don't really know how to handle it. And then if you don't have a comeback, you get behind and you don't really know how to handle it. And so, we've kind of done everything at different points this year. We played a terrible first half against Tulsa, and had to recover and rally at the end. And then we've had some significant leads that we're trying to learn how to play with a lead and play ahead. And I thought we did a better job of doing that today against a good football team. What I thought was important today in the second half was every time Temple scored and cut it to 10 points, we were able to score and get it back to 17. That happened, I think, at the beginning of the third quarter and at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And so I thought it was pretty significant to be able to extend it to a 3-score game, and we did that twice, and allowed us to play a little bit more free and not get tight.
How much did you stress to your team to kind of let's get off to a good start?
Well, it's something we always stress. I mean, it's something that really since we got here, the two things we've tried to teach our players are to work through adversity, just keep playing, and then the second thing is to start fast. And we felt like, when I got the job here at SMU, what you try to do is you learn the history of the program a little bit and try to figure out, where do we need to get better. And those were two things that we felt like we needed to stress. That, and then we needed to just become a more physical, tough-minded football team. And so, I think that we've made some strides that way. you know, it's like I said, it's a good to get a win against a good football team, and you know, but we can play better than we did, and expect to, and we'll need to, you know, moving forward.
When you recruited Shane, was this kind of what you had in mind? Did you think that it could be like this?
Yeah, you know, I coached against him when he was at Texas and I was at Cal, and I knew he could throw some great deep balls, and he did it against us when I was there, and that's kind of he throws a ball to a spot probably as well as any quarterback that I've ever been around, you know, where he'll throw it out there with air and the receiver will go get it, and he's just got a gift for doing that, you know, knowing where to throw the ball. You know, and we tried to get him better at it, and I think it's something he already possessed, and then we felt like it matched up well with our receivers. You know, Reggie being a big play guy, and then James being, you know, a guy that can make contested catches like he does, and you know, it's been a good marriage.
How valuable has Trevor Denbo been? I know you've kind of gone from his full-time punter. He seems to do pretty well.
Yeah, he had a couple of good ones today, and he had kind of one short punt, but yeah, I mean, he's got a big leg. You know, the thing that he can do is he can roll punt, or he can punt out of the pocket as well, and so it gives us some flexibility in some of the things that we can do, and takes a little bit of heat off our punt team. You know, when you're not having to cover, especially against good returners, and you're going to see, you know, good returners week in and week out in this league, and you know, and that's been the key for us being able to win some football games, is not giving up, you know, kickoff returns or punt returns for touchdowns.
What is it about your offense and the way that you guys call plays that I think that has kind of complemented Shane in a way that maybe even at Texas he wasn't?
Well, I think the supporting cast is always really important, you know, for your quarterback. I think you know, so Shane has a good supporting cast here. You know, we're able to run the ball most of the time, and that takes a little bit of heat off of him, where, you know, he doesn't have to go out and throw it 70 times. And then, as I said, we've got good skill players that can, you know, they all bring something different to the table. And when you have that makes it easier for your quarterback. And then I think Rhett does a really good job of you know, finding out what Shane's comfortable doing. You know, it doesn't matter what plays we like. It matters what plays the quarterback likes and the team likes, and what plays that, you know, the offensive line can protect. And so, you know, I think that's one of the Rhett's strengths is understanding, you know, players' abilities and being able to modify the game plan or the scheme to fit what they're good at.
Coach, talk about the advantage that you guys have in running 109 plays and basically wearing down a very good defense like this.
Yeah.
Is that all part of the game plan?
Yeah, that's just part of kind of who we are. You know, we've got you know, we're not a dominant football team up front yet. You know, we want to become one, and we're striving to become one. But what we can do is we can chip away at people, and we've been able to do that most of the year, where, you know, we have good backs, 3 or 4 guys that we're comfortable with, and we can rotate them, they can stay fresh. And then our offensive line has just done a really good job of playing hard. And the later it gets into games, you know, the better we can run the football. And the important thing for us is making first downs, so we can start to play with some tempo when we make first downs and keep moving the clock. And our run game has been really important to that. And, you know, third down conversions have been very important. And, you know, we've been able to convert some on fourth down as well and keep some drives alive. So when you do that, the plays start to pile up, and it takes its toll on a defense.
Do you feel like you guys are, like, right now, I mean, obviously you're 3-0 in the conference, but do you feel like with a win like this, you're kind of positioning yourself really to be maybe the favorite?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I think, you know, that changes fast. You know, you're one loss away from you know, being right back in the, you know, with everybody else. So, you know, I'll try to pay attention, obviously, tonight to the Tulane-Memphis game. I think that'll be a big game for certainly our side of the division. But it doesn't change our approach, whether we're, you know, 2 games behind or 2 games ahead or whatever. You know, we just gotta have good practice and try to play well Thursday night against a really talented Houston team that I know, you know, we'll have a target on our back Thursday for sure.
Defensively, holding them to 4-16 on third downs, getting off the field. I mean, what was the plan coming in? And
yeah, that was big. I thought Kevin did a good job. I mean, you know, first of all, we made some contested plays. We pressured the quarterback. I thought we did a great job on first down. You know, when you look at what we did defensively, you know, it was a lot of 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8s, not a lot of 2nd and 2 and 3 and 4. So I thought our ability to stop the run on first down was really critical. Got them in some long yardage situations, which, you know, played into our hands a little bit more. Kevin does a really good job of mixing things up. I thought we showed a lot of different looks. Did some things on the back end. Took away some easy throws. So that's always important to us. And then, I thought we were able to pressure the quarterback in the second half in particular. And Pat made a bunch of plays, and it's good to see him out there doing some stuff like he's been doing. And I thought we tackled well. I think when you go back and look at the tape, we'll be happy with the way we pursued the ball and tackled and created some turnovers as well.
And
When you
going
look
off
at the
that,
difference
Rob,
between last year and this year, what role do you think Shane has played in that?
Oh, a significant difference. Yeah, I think we're just settled at that position. We have a lot of confidence in him. I think our players have a lot of confidence in him. He's a great leader, tough-minded guy. Just exactly what you want at the quarterback position. That's when you say, well, what do you want? And for me, I'm different than a lot of people. I don't care if he's 6'6", or I don't care if he can throw it 80 yards or any of that. I want somebody who's a winner. I want somebody who's tough-minded. I want somebody who makes people around him better. I want somebody who's accurate. I want somebody who can throw the ball to a spot and let people go get it. And so, for what I'm looking for and for what Rhett's looking for in a quarterback, you have this criteria of like 10 things. Well, he checks every one of the boxes. And so, it's just a good marriage.
Do you think that him being able to kind of stretch the field like that really opens the game up for Xavier in a way that...
Yeah, no, it does for sure. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, what happens is, we win some one-on-ones. People don't want to have one-on-ones. They play safeties over the top, creates a good box to run into, and we're able to run the football.
Robert Hayes stepping in for Armani Johnson, how big was that? He had a key tackle.
Yeah, that was big. Yeah, Armani had a little bit of a hamstring just tightness. I think he'll be fine. But Robert, Robert's got experience. That's a good thing between Robert there, and then Justin Robinson got in there at times and did some things, and so we've got some depth at corner, some guys that have played, and we've got a lot of confidence in those guys, and it's good to see Robert get an opportunity and make the most of it. That's why it's so important for everybody on your team to practice well, and Robert's really practiced well, and there'll be a great competition for the back end spots, just like there will be for some of the receiver spots, and guys just keep pushing each other and making them better.
On Kylan Granson's touchdown, you had Jalen Thomas lined up in the slot. Was that for blocking purposes or just to confuse the defense and give him an unusual look?
It's just a kind of a goofy play that we run sometimes. Just it's one of those things you run sometimes.
Can Jalen catch? Has he lobbied for the ball yet?
No, Jalen cannot catch.
When you looked at your schedule before the season started, did you ever think 7-0 was a possibility?
Yeah, it's funny. When we sat down as a coaching staff at the very beginning, I think we all felt exactly the same, that we felt like if we could get the pieces put in the right places, that we could have a chance to beat everybody on the schedule. Now, does that mean you're going to beat everybody on the schedule? Well, certainly that's much harder to do. But we thought, and then 2 or 3 weeks in the fall camp, we felt like, look, we're going to have a chance. But now you have to go play, and that's the hardest part. You know what I mean? You have to acquire talent, and we felt like we had enough to be competitive, and we weren't going to line up against people that we needed a miracle in order to win. And so, then at that point, it's all about just executing better and playing harder, and just all those things that we talk about all the time. And so, I'm not surprised, really. But, you know how this stuff goes. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost our next 5 games. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way college football is. I don't think we will, and I hope we don't. But that's, we're not going to roll up against anybody in the next 5 weeks and just be able to not play well and win the game. We're going to have to play well. We're going to have to play hard. We're going to have to play fundamentally. We're going to have to take care of the ball and create turnovers. All the stuff that you hear people talk about. That's our kind of secret sauce for winning. Is we've got good players. We've got talent. They're tough-minded. They care about each other. But they have to go out and execute at a high level, or we'll get beat.
Is it still too early to feel like you got from the hunter to the hunted?
Yeah, I think that's happened a little bit, and I think that we're starting to get comfortable with that. You know what I mean? I think the last couple of weeks, the open week probably helped us a little bit, just kind of get accustomed to people talking about us and some a little, and I think that, You know, it started to happen maybe before Tulsa. We didn't handle it particularly well. I feel like the open week it continued and we handled it better, and I thought our prep for this week was really good. And I think the guys are learning that, you know, and they believe that it doesn't matter, you know, what anybody says about you, good or bad. You just got to go out and play, and if you play well and put your best foot forward, you'll have a chance to win.